So now a year of ownership of this Ford Territory 2006 gear, and it's actually proved to be a brilliant car. We've done a lot of towing. I've probably put about 40,000 k's on it. But one thing that's always been a bit of a problem is fuel consumption. We've averaged 17 litres 100 k's, which is obviously far too much for them. So I've been working through it. One of the issues I've had is dragging front brakes, the calipers there. Particularly at speed. So if you're going under 100, it's absolutely fine. Go above 100 for any length of time, they start overheating. So obviously the pistons were seizing there. So we've opened them up and we've seen what the problem is, and I'm going to work through it now. The issue comes down to the material they used in the pistons of the front calipers. Phenolic plastic, very hard resin type of thing, has very good heat conductive qualities. But the problem is when it comes, now it's like almost 2 decades down the line, 3 decades almost down the line, and you're starting to change brake pads on them. What happens is the outer protective material around the actual piston breaks down, and lets moisture in, and that expands it, and that stops it from returning to its position. So luckily I've got a spare Territory here. Also 2006 gear that I bought when I bought the other one. So I'll pull the calipers off there, and together with Joe from Quinn's Auto here, pull the calipers off, open it up, and we see what we see over there. Okay, so the calipers have been pulled off that spare Territory of mine, and Joe here has opened it up. So that one obviously hasn't been done yet. You can see the old resin, the resin piston still inside here. Here he has taken them out, and this is what they look like. In the end all cracked up here, but you can see the seal actually breaks down, or the protective covering actually breaks down around the end here. And then when it comes to pushing them back in, when you change pads, they don't go far enough and they jam there, and that's the issue. So the brakes drag, gets hot and start dragging, and you end up with terrible consumption like I've had. So been able to get these steel pistons and new seals obviously. So a little bit later today Joe will be overhauling these two off the spare, putting in the new ones, cleaning them up, and then we'll put it back on the other Territory, the one that I use, and take those and then overhaul those and keep them as spares. I have Joe here from Quinn's Auto, and he's going to explain exactly what's happened now.
So we bought these calipers. You see this one's got obviously that's the old ones, and these things are so light. These old these factory ones on the Ford Territories, some other cars also came with these. They're just weak. They expand with the heat and the moisture, and then they seize inside here. So the better ones are these, the actual steel ones, and as you can see I've already changed it into here. And with this, it won't seize up with the heat because it's made for heat. This is like some light Bakelite substance. It doesn't sound very nice. But that and a new brake fluid, bleeding nipple, everything.
That's great. So we're going to do the other one, and then you're going to pop it back on and sort it.
Then no more brake binding on heat.
Yeah, and consumption radically different, no doubt.
Yeah.
Thanks, Joe. Yeah, you can see the calipers nicely sprayed now. New pistons in there. I'll show you the old ones here. Try and turn them on the car. Have a look at this. So the wheel's pulled off, but basically the wheel wouldn't spin at all. And even this, let me put some weight on it. If you put some weight on, even that's difficult to spin. There we go. So that's how badly they're binding. I've been driving like that for 30,000 k's. No wonder I used 70. What a result that was. The calipers are back in, and I've been driving the car with the calipers. The wheels turn nice and freely now. And I've brought the consumption down from 17.1 litres average per 100 k's to around 13.5, driving exactly the same way. Man, I should have done this ages ago.